level 69 and stay there for the big funnies, but just due to, I'm assuming, Splatfest that happened recently, that he's gone beyond. And
now he has to go just another 100 levels over.
Yeah, in Splatoon, if you level up to level 100, you have the option to Prestige, which then resets your level down to 1 with an asterisk, and then you can get back up to level 69, but it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna take a while to get there. Oh, looks like one of our
spotlights are telling us we're running out of time.
Oh boy, Spotlight has told us that it does not want clowns, but it is not sentient enough to have a job, so it can pay to go against Clam Stellendorf. So
thank you to everybody who's donated so far to Extra Life. There's still time to continue to donate towards the cause. And we're in the dark now.
Ruh-roh.
But don't feel pressured to donate, however. Just being here, supporting the stream, and having this opportunity to watch us. And don't forget to share. Everything, all of it means a lot to us.
If nothing else, if you're not able to donate, if it's going to put you in a hard place financially, you can just share the stream, share the link, ask people to donate on your behalf. If you have a Christmas present, you could offer to have people use their money towards donations instead.
Pull your friends, pull your family.
Guilt your family. Anyways, first match of our grand finals here on Schellendorf Institute. We're gonna get used to seeing these clams.
RC,
let's get going.
What's RC doing? There he goes.
Okay, RC was on spawn there for a little bit, coming in with a Hydra heavy splatling. What is going on up there? Koki was pushed so far forward.
Agro.
So, for those who don't know what's happening right now, this is one of the competitive modes within Splatoon. Each side has a basket that they need to break that barrier around it in order to get points on the board for them. To do that, they need to collect 10 of these clams lying on the ground in order to make a super clam, which can then break that barrier, letting their team throw individual clams in there one by one. So there's no centralized objective like the other ranked modes in this game, but this one is all about communicating with your team to say how many clams you have, where you're at, where you've spotted enemies, and trying to gather them enough to score those points. And as you can see here, Reyna choosing to throw that super clam up there, hopefully to a teammate, picks it up back just in time, but unfortunately gets taken out.
So the reason why they might be tossing around that big clam here and there to other players and teammates is because those clams are beacons essentially to the other team. They know where you are at all times if you are holding that big giant clam. So
yeah. Splatoon has all players ingrained with to have a sense of stealth, because when you're in inkling form in the ink, you are kind of invisible. But when you have one of those super clams in your possession, you are a glowing beacon, so the other team knows exactly where you are, even through walls. So it is a bit of a danger to keep holding onto them too long. We see Big Heck here putting in some work with that Blob, painting a path. The barrier on the side of Clash Bastards has been broken open, but it looks like there's no one available to capitalize on that barrier being broken.
No follow-up with the team, but it's still points on the board, then they're the first ones to do it, so they've kind of established that momentum. So now we're going to see Clash Bastards jumping
in to break the barrier on the counter side. And as you can see, now the barrier is open, they're piling in the individual clams to put some points on the board. Hunter was just waiting for the opportunity for that barrier to be open with a bunch of clams, and that was a heavy hit against the side of Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks.
But they were able to manage to stop that push now, so they've got 11 clams already going down though to RC.
RC putting some work in with that heavy splatling, has heavy range or long range and takes a long time to charge up, but it does fire forever.
It sure does.
So,
but it shreds.
It shreds, so it's not a weapon I typically end up using because it is a little bit slow, but in the right hands, it is a very devastating weapon.
Yeah, as we see him get another pick off of that. He's setting his sights now on the player over there, throwing bubbles.
So we're seeing some specials being used here. Jolington just activated his armor, and I think it went off, protecting his teams from one fatal hit. But right now, they are still trying to collect clams. It looks like on the side of Clash Bastards in blue, they do have 10 clams out of all the ones available on the field. You can see on the underneath the icons on the top there is the counter on left and right hand side that shows how many clams each side has, so you can kind of see where things are going to be going as the game progresses. So right now in blue here we have the Clash Bastards with 11 clams and trying to push up here, find a way into the other base and open that barrier up to score some more points.
Yeah, that splash wall there protecting the splatling up on that glass. Hunter deciding not worth the fight, gonna go elsewhere.
Yeah, staying safe and staying alive is very crucial in this, especially now that there's less than a minute left in this match.
It's very back and forth between these two teams so far. 59 has been a very good push. It's still not completely safe and that could easily be turned around, but right now Clash Bastards are keeping it pretty centralized. Ooh, jumping in even.
As you can see, Clash Bastards do have 21 clams on the board right now, and they are going to dump a bunch of those into the basket of Big Heck and Honk and the dump trucks.
Yeah. So far, they only managed to take care of the penalty that they were given, but they weren't able to actually put on any more additional points there.
Exactly, and there's only 10 seconds left roughly in this match, and there is going to be a potential for a bit of overtime, but...
Only overtime if they... Yep, there we go. Managed to get a power climb, which they finally did do.
Yeah. So they need to make this push counts once they get in there, and right now Big Heck is up against Rain, who almost took them out, but we see 3
power clams, and they were 3 down earlier on the side of Clash Bastards, so that would have been a good time to maybe even see a push.
If they get all 3 of these clams in, there is a possibility for this to happen, but we are seeing some people drown. Oh! That was incredible.
I didn't think they were going to get it there, but Mamaro there was able to keep it together and get all those clams pushed in.
What a turnaround. In overtime, they managed to snag that victory from Clash Bastards using the power of those 3 power clams that were brought
I
up
don't think they used them all. I think there's still one on the ground, too.
Oh my gosh. So each of those power clams is worth 20. And you'll sometimes see on the scoreboard there's going to be the points remaining and then a number underneath. The number underneath is the penalty applied to the other team. So if one team, let's say, scores 50 points in the other basket, and then the other team opens their basket, that applies a penalty to the initial team. Sounds complicated, but essentially you have to go through additional points the more you rack up in one round. It's just a way to balance things so that if one team
tries to run away with it, they have to still push a little bit harder again to do it.
So, a normal tournament structure, the team that didn't win would get to counterpick the map and mode. However, through the power of charity, we know exactly which map and mode we're going to.
I hope you all like Clan Blitz and Sheldendorf, because we're going to see it for the whole Grand Finals.
If you didn't know the mechanics of Clan Blitz, you'll probably have a pretty good idea by the time these finals are done. So
it'll be interesting to see now, because it is the same map and mode. How much are people going to change their weapon picks?
Yeah. So did you want to talk a little bit about why people dislike this map mode combo, Kimmy?
I mean, first of all, it's the map. Not a lot of people like Sheldendorf just in general. You've got the glass over top that's you can't ink it, so that means you can't swim through it, which means you have to walk on it, and it's slow.
You're slow and vulnerable.
Slow and vulnerable. It's also, I don't know, there's 2 main ways to kind of get through into there, unless you're taking glass. I guess 3, I guess, depending on how risky you want to be.
Yeah.
There's the main area that you can use to get through the middle. You're pretty obvious, and you have a little ledge that you have to kind of get up and over, and it can be a bit of a choke point, and a lot of players will just rain down on you from there if they notice you coming through center. You can go in through the left-hand side, but you have that little ridge to pop over. So it can be a bit, again, slow, because you have that extra little bit of stuff to get over.
Yeah, there's some stopping points on either side for sure.
And then glass, of course, you can use to do the same push. You'll see actually a lot of players, especially the backliners, because they'll be the ones who hold in the big clams. They'll use the glass a lot to make those pushes.
Are you able to throw a power climb into the basket from the glass still, or did they update
Yes, you can, but you have to, I think, do a jump.
Yeah, you got to jump down from it, because before you used to be able to just stand up top and toss it safely, but now you have to jump off. So that does make it a little bit more difficult. Splatling battle ends up in a trade. I would say I'm shocked, but I'm really not. Hunter right now just going on a big clam hunt, has 6 already right now. So right now both teams have 8 clams each. Not enough to make a power clam, but it's a matter of just getting the turf needed for their team to move properly through the map and make it harder for the other team to progress through. So
that not a safe jump over there. There was a trade that ended up happening over there. The 2 Splatlings are still facing off, sort of. Koki trying to stay back, knowing that can't really win the fight in range.
Yeah. See, the other part about being on glass is since there's no ink, you can't recover ammo in the form of ink while you're up top there, so you do eventually have to hop off into ink, like what RC did there just before the camera switched off of him. So right now we've got a bit of a stalemate happening right now. Lots of trades back and forth in terms of splats and counter splats, but right now no points on the board, so each team is really just waiting for an opportunity to go out there, grab enough clams to make a power clam, and then dunk it into the enemy's basket. So
Ben taking that left-hand path, but being
called
out
a little bit.
Yeah, being called out and wasn't being sneaky enough, and the whole team doesn't have a power clam ready. Oh, now they do.
Mamoru coming in, calling for their teammates to throw them enough clams to make a power clam and bust that thing open, getting 1 extra clam in there, or is it 2?
There's just 1 power clam.
It's just one climb in there to bring the score down to 77, and as you can see, they got the added 11 points of penalty onto that as well.
Yeah, because each large clam that we see here that Hunter has, that's worth 20, like Takuno mentioned earlier. Each single clam is worth 3 points, so they were able to get at least 1 additional clam in there, because Koki was also over there trying to help additionally when they made that first push.
And in order to make sure that teams don't just continually open the barrier, like break the barrier and then run away, when the barrier does regenerate, it gives the team that was scored on what we call a pity clam. So you can see Hunter's got 1 in their possession, but there is 1 more back at their basket that is ready to be picked up. So right now, they've with that 1 barrier break, they almost just donated another power clam for them to make a push back on. So right now, Rain is ditched the power clam to become less of a target, but I think they got taken out, and there's 1 power clam on the ground about to break. Jolington does manage to pick it up, and there's 2 power clams into the basket right there with a bunch nearby to pick up.
But there's only 1 person remaining, so I think that might be the end of the push. They're by their own basket right now. So
yeah, that push got taken out, but they did get themselves a lead. So with 2 minutes left, I could see this going either way still. It's very much up in the air, but we'll see how both teams play. Right now, Bentatech is taking the upper route, trying to find a safe approach and see if they can get their teammates coordinated to get this push going. Doesn't quite make that jump, though.
Yeah, you needed to do it from the right-hand side of the glass to, I think, make that throw. The left one's just a little bit further away in order to do it. Koki managed to pick it up, get it in there.
There's a lot of clams by that basket, but unfortunately, Koki does get taken out as well. That would have been a good opportunity to grab lead back, but that's a tough situation to be in, because you're right next to the enemy's spawn and they have a quicker route to get back up at you. So right now, Bentatech is just trying to build up enough for another special and find a way back in. Right now, just trying to stay alive and get things set up, but they did leave the bottom area open. Reyna did have an opportunity, but did whiff that toss into the basket, so now
not quite close enough.
Not quite close enough. Big Heck and Honk and the dump trucks does have the opportunity to just guard that clam until it breaks, just like that.
So if you notice on the ground near the basket, there'll be a tiny mound, and that's kind of the area you want to be close to throw that big clam in. That's kind of your telltale sign of how close you need to be to get the big clam in. The little clams don't need as much distance. You can be a little bit further back to throw the smaller clams in. But the big one, you need to be a little bit close. Yeah, that hump is there to just give you a gauge of how far you can be in order to make that happen. But right now we've got another push coming in from Big Heck and Honk, the dump trucks, trying to get Bentatech in a position where he can hop up there and get this clam in, but is being harassed. He's being harassed. I mean, you can't hide.
Yeah, there's no hiding with that. RC just had to bide his time and keep shooting at Bentatech, and eventually got that skirmish done. But We do have a last-minute basket break here coming on from Clash Blasters, and they did manage to get that barrier open and take that game.
And just in time as overtime was starting to just kick in at that second, too.
Yeah, so big back-and-forth game. Very interesting to watch how both teams played.
And now they're 1-1.
Now we're 1-1, so we might, in fact, get 7 whole games of Clam Blitz on Schellendorf Institute. Depending on how back and forth this goes, we could achieve that very goal.
And that just goes to show you how even these two teams are. That we're getting these back and forth games that are fairly close.
Yeah, a lot of this mode is about communication. If there is somebody who is giving you trouble, like RC with a heavy splatling, a good strategy is to call to your team their location, tell them where they are so they can focus attention, dislodge that thorn in your side, and then push from there. So, lots of Clam Blitz is all about communication, which is why when you're playing this solo online, it feels like a different game than when you have voice comms going, because there's not enough granularity in the two communication options that Splatoon gives you to communicate. So
yeah, we're gonna sub people. You have to
so
Yep.
that is
Yeah.
a lot of people, when they see Splatoon, the only the only mode they know is Turf Wars, which is where you're just fighting to have most of your ink on the field at the end of the match. But there are the different ranked modes that add a lot of other interesting ways to play the game. If I could show the rest of the people at Extra Life in the Alberta Esports Association what those modes were, I would. However, due to charity, we are locked in at Clam Blitz and Schellendorf Institute, so here we go. Check them. Yeah, if you want to see other games, you can check out the VODs at the Alberta Squid Swamp Twitch channel. But it's just all clams right now. Let me just double check this these donations here to see if anyone else has put money against this madness. I did see Fixer4 putting $10 towards the Tekken bracket, saying GG's to the Tekken bracket. Thank you so much for that donation. But right now it looks like we're going to keep going to Schellendorf Clams. So,
Ooh, Koki switching over now to the Hydra as well.
yeah, so
Hydra versus Hydra now.
Hydra versus Hydra, we have an opportunity to see those two battle it up on the top, where they will likely spend most of their time, because it is a great vantage point for that weapon. Not only can you see directly below you, but you can see down below where most of the people are going to be. So this will give them the Heck and Honks and the dump trucks an answer to RC standing up top there. So hopefully they can use this to their advantage. Right now you can see that the Clash Bastards in this dark magenta here currently have the most clams until they toss their power clam. Right now, it looks like they are trying to make their way big, compounding their specials. We saw a Booyah Bomb coming in, and then also a baller to provide a jump point, and that barrier is now broken open. That is the kind of play that really allows people to score points in this game, is when you build up enough for your special and use them all at once to make it so that the team just has no option, no way to fight against your push.
Yeah, so we saw a full wipe come out after that push, so that ended at that one. That's going to give Honkin' Trucks here now an opportunity to make a counter push, get some clams on the board, and then since they do have that pity, they'll have that extra opportunity to score more points.
Yeah, they usually will have somebody hanging out near the back that can grab that clam and use the super jump to bring themselves right up into the action to dunk that pity clam back in. But right now, it looks like they've got a good opportunity. Benchtech throwing that super clam in to get the barrier open, and
there
then
goes lead.
The pity clam gets dunked in for an additional 20 points in. Now, in the middle of the screen there is that timer that is ticking down that shows how long the basket will be open, but they can throw more additional clams in there to keep it open until the other team has a chance to put more in there. But it looks like they ran out of time on that side.
So unfortunately, that pity clam that Honkin' Trucks had. They weren't quite able to get that into the basket. But they were still able to get lead and quite a bit of points on the board, so...
Yeah, that's a decent lead on this match, but once again, they do have that penalty to break through next time they go to get through that. But it is simply 1 power climb and 2 extra small climbs in there, so it's not the hardest in the world to get past, but still something that they need to get through. So right now we see Hunter facing off, trying to get this area under their control and find a nice place to hand that climb off. We see the baller coming in, which will provide them enough protection to get this jump coming in. They do get burst, and that jump is no longer protected, but Rain still does manage to get that dunked in with, wow, 3 power climbs in there.
3 power climbs, but that is its full team wipe now, so that will be the end of that push, but that was, again, a very big push coming back, retaking that lead, and a fairly substantial lead. So now they're going to need about, I believe, 3 power climbs to get back.
3 power climbs and change in order to get this
change,
flip back in their favor, because they've got that penalty on their side as well. So the game's not over. There's still just under 2 minutes left over with 2 power climbs on the side of Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks. So
Yeah,
there's still plenty of time for them to do this. They just need to find their opening, to get a few crucial picks in, and put a chink in the armor of the Clash Bastards in Dark Magenta here.
Yeah, they do have time to try to make 2 pushes out of this if they wish, instead of trying to do 3.
Yeah, Ben Detect there, using the cover as special to try and get that climb in, but does get taken out by RC, who hung back to try and stop any push like that. So we see that power climb decaying at the bottom of the screen there, and unfortunately no one was able to pick it up and refresh it.
Yeah, hopefully we're not going to see too much panic coming out, because that panic is going to cause them to make those mistakes and not be able to get that lead. So hopefully they keep cool heads, stick together, keep the specials going.
And
RC's being pushed back here. He has to be forced back to regroup a different way.
Yeah, RC right now is just applying constant pressure to anyone trying to get into their court, and dislodging him and forcing him onto the ground there is going to be a great opening for them to capitalize on. Right now, Hunter is coming in with a baller, but their barrier's getting broken pretty bad. Do manage to get up top, but not enough to allow their team to get a jump in. That is a very common strategy you'll see in Clam Blitz, using that special, which provides a good amount of armor to, provide a jump point. But
Ben didn't quite get RC, which I think was his intention there with that Booyah Bomb. And they're okay. So they did get RC down, but unfortunately yet...
Oh, here we go. We might see another bunch of clams coming in on the side of Big Heck and Honk, the dump trucks coming in. And we see a jump in, another power climb in. Just need one more power climb, just a few more to get this lead. There's only 5 seconds left on the board, so this is very close. We could, in fact, see this taken back in overtime.
One more clam!
They need one more clam.
No, they're full wiped. They won't be able to get in.
So in a case like this where the points are tied at 22, it will always favor the people who got to that point first. Unfortunately,
one more.
Such a close match that happened right there. Oh, that is an amazing show of teamwork on both sides happening there. Literally, that match was not decided till that very last second before that timer ran out. Amazing play from both teams.
That's 2 games now we've been sitting here screaming.
Right? I'm kind of thinking this is a good formula to get things hyped up, because clearly people are really good at clams in this community. Oh my god.
Wait up for the next game, before the game is done.
Oh man. So no donations in to dislodge the clams, so right now we're going back for more Schellendorf clams. Right now it is 2 for Clash Bastards, 1 for Big Heck and Honks to the dump trucks.
I'm not yawning, you're yawning. It's not because I'm not excited. It's
We've been doing this commentary thing for a long time.
Constant state of tired.
In the Splatoon chat, there is a lot of Schellendorf clams just being chanted. Oh my god, what a close match. Well, looks like the teams have picked their weapons for this next match. We'll see how it goes. Ah, it's like being home again. Opening the door, seeing a friendly location that you're just so familiar with. Back at Schellendorf Institute. Here we go. Looks like we've got another Hydra on each side yet again, and Bloblobber on the side of Big Heck and Honks. I think they had that last time too, didn't they?
I believe so.
So, anyways, we see Mamoru here with the Splattershot Junior taking a bit more of a frontline role, getting a nice pick and getting some turf down, trying to make their way back up to that basket. Not quite enough clams for a power clam quite yet, but there is a lot to be said for the gusto that they went and claimed that turf, because that does make it a lot easier to move up. One other advantage to putting turf on the ground is that it does show you where new clams have spawned through the map, as you can see there. If a clam is sitting on ink of your color, it does show you where they spawn. So,
RC's
really
watching Ben.
yeah, RC is keeping close tabs on Ben right there. Whew. Bentotech does have support from Big Heck here to try and get rid of RC. RC's taken down. Do they have enough clams for that power clam? I see some people tossing clams for Bentotech to get that power clam up, but they first need to clean the area. They got 1, 2. They just need one more. There's the bursted barrier, and they're able to put some more points on the board if Heck can get some in there.
Oh, Koki dropping a lot of clams there.
Yeah, unfortunately, with a few teammates going down, there was not really enough opportunity to get more clams into the basket, but it was 1 super clam plus 1, which is not nothing. So, nice start out to this match. Right now on the side of Clash Blasters, we see some armor coming out to help them aggressively push up and get the picks they need. Rainbows.
Very nice.
Whew.
That's going to be now probably a point where they're going to start pushing up here.
Ooh, Jolington gets taken up by Koki.
Koki watching though, not getting quite caught by that Booyah Bomb. Hunter here with the baller.
Oh my god, RC coming in with that quick jump and a clam. Looks like they've got this up to 77. There was great defense on the side of Big Heck and Honk and the dump trucks, making sure they can't get more than 77.
Which means, because again, like from before we saw last match, because they were tied, the points go back in favor of the team who scored first.
Yeah, exactly. So rather than staying at 77, they're back at 78. And still we see Big Heck and Honk and the dump trucks with enough clams for a big push. Big Heck with the power clam does get taken out, putting it into that push on that side, though. Bentotech, last up, not able to grab that power clam, so things swing back for Clash Bastards to get the turf back and grab clams. Right now, they only have 13 versus the 8 that Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks has, so right now, they do need to pick up more clams, which means getting out there and getting the picks.
Yeah, RC there contending with both a Bloblobber and another Hydra, so he's got to be careful there, even with his armor.
Jolington getting snuck up from behind by Mamoru there and forcing him to drop that power clam. I thought RC was going to jump down there and grab that power clam to save it, but not able to get that far.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job at defending and...
Ooh.
Oh no!
Big
Koki
Heck and
getting
Honks comboed a few special to try and get that push in, but the rain slowly creeping up was not enough to give them the advantage.
That was looking to be a really good push, but unfortunately they were just not quite able to get it close enough.
Ooh, Rainbow's throwing that Booyah Bomb directly at somebody that looks like it was Koki and who managed to survive and take her out, but still a 2v1 situation. Hunter takes Koki out, and there is a lot of splats happening in this one corner of the map.
Yeah, they're gonna have to play a little bit of defense right now on the side of Honkin' Trucks. Looks like they're able to manage the defense zone, able to start working back towards mid and getting some more turf control, getting some clams.
We're at less than a minute left, and we're still setting at a very slight lead at 77 versus 78. Right now, with 22 clams on the side of Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks, there is big potential for this to go the other way, but
that was a nice Booyah Bomb and combo with the shots, but Rainbow also there to pick up on that as well.
Yep, very much so. I saw some clam shuffling happening there with Rainbows, making sure that she does not end up with 10 to become a glowing beacon for the other team to take out. Looks like they've got armor up. They might be getting ready for a next push.
Yeah, you see Rain waiting a little bit, because grabbing 10 makes that beacon, like Sakuna was saying. So you'll see a lot of strategy of them just holding on to 9 for a bit, maybe even shuffling clams up ahead to be sneaky about it.
Ooh, 5 seconds left. They need to get in there. They need to make oh, Rainbows was waiting for a quick jump. Right now they've got a quick shot.
Oh,
doesn't get
missed.
this. Doesn't get it.
Hunter's still there though.
Oh no. Oh,
Hunter's getting taken
Koki
down by
coming in
Koki.
clutch. Taking out Hunter before they can pick up that last power climb and get that basket open. Oh! Big heckin' honk and the dump trucks managed to get a slight victory at 77 points versus 78. That is so crazy.
And now we are 2-2 in our best of 7.
Oh my god. Game 5, here we come. Oh man.
That was a very close game. There was not a lot of scoring happening.
Oh,
Only
boy.
each team got to score once.
Yeah. So I guess that means, like, if you're gonna make a push, make it count, because that might be the only push that puts point on the board for you. I was not expecting that. There's normally a lot more action in terms of the barriers breaking, but that is
Yep.
so crazy. Oh my god.
We are getting a...
Where to go next, says Yoko, and he laughs maniacally as he inflicts Clam Schellendorf pain on these poor 2 teams playing for charity. Oh boy. We were joking before about Reina's donation making her the big boss, but I'm not sure if she can solely hold that that title. Oh man. This is an amazing result for Extra Life. So glad
This
we
is
can
quite
be
the
here
grand
for
finals.
this.
This is at least we're getting some real good matches out of this.
We're getting some great matches, and honestly, this is a lot of money raised for Extra Life, and I'm so proud to be part of this. Huge shout-outs to the Extra Life team in the Alberta Esports Association helping us set this up, getting people together and rallied for this one cause. So I know Victra has been hard at work on the website, and Brett and everyone else in ASA, just once again, as always, great job. Pleasure to be part of one of your events. And
Like, have you checked out these sweet in-betweens and the graphics that we got?
yeah, the in-betweens, that was done by their graphics team. They make us look so legit.
It's so sweet.
This
It's so smooth. I'm
is
jealous.
this is esports in Alberta. It's happening. There's been few attempts to get it going in the past, and like despite COVID putting everyone indoors, there's still people willing to push and get people gathered together for a good cause. So Extra Life is just providing us this game day for us to do this. So great
The weather
time
outside
had
is
by all.
frightful, but the matches inside are delightful.
Oh my god. Alright. So we're seeing similar team comms coming from both sides. I did see a Splash-O-Matic switching out on the side of Clash Bastards, so a little bit more turfing happening on that side. Not seeing much happening on this. I can't remember what the picks were on the side of Big Heck and Honk for the dump trucks, but
Think it looks the same?
here we go. Schellendorf clams yet again. So right now it's Clash Bastards got a slight clam advantage with 8 clams versus 6. Not enough to make a power clam to burst that barrier quite yet, but they are trying to keep this center area painted their colors so they can get their push going on.
Yeah, map control as always being very important, so making sure they keep it painted up.
Yeah, Jolington getting that armor out just to protect his team, and now, as expected, a push coming in.
Nice
Not enough
picks.
clams on Joel's side, which is a little curious, but they do see RC coming up here with the power clam, getting it in. There are some clams on the ground provided by Joel and his fellow teammates on the ground just to throw in there. So RC and Hunter able to get points on the board, get them at 62 thus far. Hunter getting pushed back by the entire lineup of Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks, though.
So, decent lead. As we saw last match, this could be the only time they get the push in. Won't take much for the other team to make lead. They only need 2 power clams to take lead back, or to switch it over to their lead for the first time this game. But
Yeah, and we see right now that the Big Heck and Honks, they had 16 clams in their possession as a team, but Rainbows does take Mamoru out, so right now they are, Rainbows is just trying to wait for the perfect opportunity to get a pick and get in there.
ooh, I saw a jump.
Seeing a jump, meaning that somebody is close by the other basket, and they're going to try and get this jump in. They do get the basket
get it
open.
in.
Big Heck does the long jump.
But I don't see any follow-up from that team with any more clams currently, so that might be the end of that solo push.
Yeah, seeing a lot of purple in the area, and the basket does poop out that little pity clam. Ready to be picked up and used against the team that gave it to Clash Bastards, so...
So they have a little bit less penalty to have to work through, but still a penalty nonetheless.
Oh, that being said, we do see Heck and Honks and the dump trucks take out the two holders of these two power clams. So right now, the advantage they had before in terms of Clash Bastards, that was kind of been reduced because they've broken two of their power clams.
You can tell Koki has what's that ability that lets you see?
Thermal
Haunt.
Ink.
Thermal Ink, that.
Yes.
So when Koki hits somebody for a short period of time, he gets to see where they are if they run away somehow.
Yeah, the clothes that these squids are wearing, it gives them special abilities just like that, which for a long-range weapon like what Kokio is using, that's very handy to be able to keep eyes on where people are.
Hunter missed that throw.
Yeah, Hunter missed that throw. That clam is about to break. Can they get up there to revive it? They do get it.
Hunter
Got
around.
it. Are they going to be able to toss it up there? Oh, no!
He got taken out.
Weren't able to throw it at the basket. Not sure what happened there, but there was a Booyah Bomb sent into that mix as well to make sure that there was nothing else put into that basket.
That was very good defense there on the team of Honkin' Trucks.
Honkin' Trucks!
Honk. You're welcome for that.
Bentatech right now is just getting some turf control down. Booyah Bomb to try and dislodge RC, it looks like. Is he going to be able to push him where he wants him? Not enough to get the pick.
Dancing around the pillow, but doesn't win that fight.
Oh my god, RC tangoing with that pillow for his life and manages to come out on top. Jolington not able to make this clam count quite yet, but Rainbows does come up to keep it alive. Can she get the barrier? It looks like she can. So right now we need a bit more follow-up from Clash Bastards to get some more points on the board.
RC sneaking in a few there.
Oh boy.
They definitely widened that lead now, and it's going to be a lot more difficult now for Honkin' Trucks to make a comeback. It's not impossible, though. They do need just a few power clams to get that lead.
Yeah, so we're seeing a bit of a shift in terms of dominance here, but seems like it's mostly been Heck and Honk and the dump trucks before, but with that simple switch of Reyna switching to the Splash-O-Matic, things have shifted just enough to shake up the status quo, and now they're able to get a bunch of points on there, so...
They just need to... Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Figure out who's going to take what clams, and they made a nice little push in there.
Coordination in. They have an opportunity to get
a few clams. They get lead back again.
Woo! 3 seconds before the match ends, Heck and Honk and the dump trucks gets the lead. Oh my god. So right now it is
it's overtime.
Clash Bastards who need to use this one clam to burst the barrier, but they get taken out. Rainbows picks it up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
One by one they fall trying to get that power clam.
These have all been so close. Oh my god.
That was a very good strategy we saw. So we saw Koki and Ben in the top corner there. They're tossing. Neither of them had a power clam. They're tossing clams to each other to form that power clam. Because of that, the other team didn't know they were there.
Yes, exactly. They were so sneaky.
So that would allow both the power climb from that and additional jumps to get to them to then make that big push there that we saw at the end.
Yeah, that was such a clutch push at the end there.
Which this team seems to be very good at doing.
Yeah, it seems like there's some really clutch plays coming out here and giving us some great matches to spectate. Oh my gosh. Hi, Charlie. Welcome back to Twitch chat.
What a game
we are all still on. Next map and mode. Let me see if there's any donations. I'm thinking no. Oh my god. So yeah, it looks like we're still where we were before. I just saw the preview of the stream that just had all Schellendorf clams as the map list came up. Oh my god.
So we're off to game 6.
Listen, to both teams that are playing, I know this is not a favorite map and mode by you two, but thank you for giving us such great maps to spectate.
Games, yeah.
Oh my god. So, just letting the two teams pick their weapons and clothing. We'll see if we see another shift in weapons to disrupt this a little bit more. Oh my god. What an amazing set of matches. Right now, it looks like both teams have pretty well locked in their weapon choices. So I'm not judging just by how long they took to choose. I don't think we're going to see too much of a change. It is so close that I'm not sure.
I think they're both happy with their weapon choices.
Yeah.
It seems that both the sets of weapons they've chosen are working well for them. As we saw, again, it's been a lot of close games, so it's just a matter of strategy and callouts.
Yeah, it's really just teamwork versus teamwork at this point, because they're both butting heads so exactly and precisely that it's just a few plays here and there that are causing each match to swing one way or the other. So if they're able to play with these weapons, if they're comfortable with it, not much reason to switch off, and clearly they are pretty committed to this setup right now. So
yeah, both teams here having armor activated.
Seeing some specials up on the side of Big Heck and Honks and the dump trucks, so they might be looking to make a big push here. They do have 14 clowns on the board. Consistently between these separate matches, I've seen a lot of really aggressive initial pushes that puts them in a good position near the beginning. We see not one, but potentially two. No, not enough for two power clowns, but they do get the first pop on that barrier. Remember coming in to get a few more sneaky clowns in there, but does get taken out by Jolington.
That's good though, because now at least that provides them with a little bit of buffer in case the other team gets a power climb in, and they can hopefully make it only a solo push. So
very much so. So right now, Hunter here collecting 5 clams, taking a safe route up top, trying to find a way to push in past the very good defense that Hecking Honks and the dump trucks have been putting on right now.
They do have 3 specials to utilize in this push here.
Yeah. Oh, this is risky. This is so risky. Hunter coming in with the Booyah Bomb to secure a big jump. Rain coming out to try and stop this push, but it isn't quite enough.
And they still have a bomb rush to use, which we do now see coming out from Rainbow. And with a few more clams able to get that in there.
So just like what we were talking before, we saw Clash Bastards coming in, formulating a plan to have multiple specials ready on hand to just push up and open that barrier, and not only that, but also know when to retreat, because they still had some teammates up there, but they did choose to retreat in order to maintain the time that they have, not being sent back to spawn, and maintaining the special meter that they have built up.
Yeah. It's going to take a little bit now for the big honkin' trucks to again get back that lead. It's still only going to require a few power climbs, which we've seen they can do before, so we won't be surprised if they can do it again. Yeah,
18 power climbs on the side of Clash Bastards right now. It looks like they are probably formulating a plan to get in there. I'm seeing 2 power climbs here just kind of dancing around, trying to stay alive and keep turf up.
Yeah, 3, I think.
Yeah, 2 specials on the ready. Jolington does deploy his armor, granting his team that defense against 1 fatal hit, but we will see if there is any capitalization on that. We see Hunter jump in from the top on the glass and get one of them in, but we need to see more follow-up to make this worth it.
You can see the other 2 power climbs are on the ground, and there's only rainbows left up with no special, so I believe that is the end of that push, as we saw. Which is, on the team of honkin' trucks, is probably a sigh of relief for them, as they can breathe a little bit. And
yeah, it's never a great sight to see that many power climbs on the other side, because it just means you know that they're looking to make a strike soon.
Yeah.
That being said,
Koki going in, Ben right behind with another power climb.
2 climbs in there. We just need 2 more climbs for them to take this lead. There's 2 right there.
Getting in there. There's the lead once again, going over the team.
Dang!
Woo! They only need 1 more power climb.
Oh my god, Ben's still up there throwing climbs in.
All right. They're going to have some penalty going on there now, though, unfortunately, because that is the end of that.
Since they scored so many points in one go, they are going to get a bit of a heavier penalty, but that is still a great lead to have. 12 points.
We've seen how well their defense has been so far, so it's possible they might just be able to wait this whole thing out and just keep defense going.
Yeah, there's 1 minute left in this match, and it can still swing either way. We see right now that Clash Bastards has enough for 2 power clams, and RC up here dancing up top, making the throw, opening that barrier, and we might see this lead flip one more time.
Rain dancing their way in, trying to get in. Nope,
Can
not
Jolington
quite.
get that power climb in there to
He
flip
can't.
this? Oh.
That's the end of that push, as the only person left up is too far away to be able to push in and by themselves.
My God. So right now we see the clam count on the side of Big Heck and Honk to the dump trucks flipped to 21 clams that period that the other team got that push up. So their teammates are doing a great job of, as soon as they can, just sweeping up as many clams as they can.
Yeah, and in the case of clams, your best offense is also very good defense. If they score here, that means that the other team won't have a chance to really get towards basket yet.
Bentetech is coming in here taking a bit of risk and does get taken out. So right now, Rainbow's using a bomb rush to prevent that clam from being picked up. So we might see this go down.
Overtime.
Nail-biting overtime coming up here in this. I don't even know which match this is. It's in Schellendorf
match
Clam
6.
Bonanza. This is match 6. Oh my God. Overtime is slowly ticking away. We need to see RC dunk this climb in there to make it happen.
RC's getting in.
Oh my God. This is
Manages
it.
to
It's
break
open.
it.
We need some follow-up.
It won't take that many clams to switch it over to lead.
I see Jolington. This timer is
There's
ticking
only
down.
2
That
people
basket
left.
is about to close.
And that is it. That is game.
Oh my God.
And correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that was.
Is that game? Is that set?
That is set for a team.
Oh my God.
You do it because I can't remember the name.
Okay, team. The Big Heck and Honk and the dump trucks
That.
has taken the grand finals, making them the grand champions of our Extra Life 2020 Splatoon 2 tournament. GG's to everyone who came out. Thank you so much for playing. They now have a $40 eShop gift card to divide amongst each other. So, what a great showing.
Yeah. Thank you so much to all the teams who came out today to participate in the Extra Life Splatoon 2 tournament.
Yep.
Hosted by the Alberta Squid Swamp and the Rocky Mountain Alberta.
The Alberta Esports Association.
That!
Rocky Mountain Division. Here we are
Sorry.
representing what Calgary can do. Thank you so much for watching.
Alberta.
And I will see you all in our next tournament. I'm sure it won't be too long till then.
And special thanks to Yoko.
Yeah, Yoko behind the scenes. Come up on camera here for the last little bit here just to get your face on record. He's been working away hard, making sure his transitions are good. We're invading his household, filling it with our human stink. There is the nostril of a man who worked hard to make this happen too. So, what a wild ride. Good luck to the rest of the people playing in Extra Life coming up, and let's get these donations rolling in for the Alberta Children's Hospital.
Yeah, we're not the last game to be played for this session of the Extra Life charity event. So definitely check out all the other events that are going to go on.
Stick around.
And thanks again for tuning in, for all those donations, and for just joining us.
Yeah. So once again, last time, farewell. Bye everyone. You're in good hands with the next streamers.